Hello, today's September 4th, 2020, and today we're going to be going over my presidential United States Electoral College prediction for Trump versus Biden. Just so you know, in this, I'm going to be using color coding. That's the whole point of like what I think the margins of the states are going to go to each candidate. So this color means safe red, which is 15% or more for Trump. This color means 6 points or more for Trump. This color means anywhere over 3 to 6 points for Trump. This is 2 or under, so I guess lean would be 2.1. Yeah, and this is 2 points or under, which is tilt. Same story with the blue side, Democrats. Safe, likely, lean, tilts 15, 7/6, 3, and 2. So actually, yeah, we can keep Washington like this. We're gonna go through all the safe Democratic states, which again means 15% or more for Biden. So Vermont, New York, Washington, California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, uh, New Jersey, Maryland, D.C., Hawaii, Illinois, Maine's first district, and that's it, I think. We'll be going over. I guess we should do it now. Oregon, Delaware are both basically safe Democratic states. I do think they will be slightly under 15 because I mean they were in 2016, and Delaware's Republican leading, even though Biden served there as a senator. So Delaware is only polling like 21 points for Biden right now. And then you add the 17, so that is 19 points for Biden. I can see it narrowing up a little bit under 15. So that would make it a likely, so this color blue state. Same with Oregon, except Biden didn't serve here. The safe Republican states, which again means 50% or more, is Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, West Virginia, Nebraska at large, Nebraska's first district, and Nebraska's third district. I guess we have to talk about people being confused that Kansas and Missouri and Montana and stuff aren't safe. I think these states haven't been targeted by the Democrats and probably won't go blue anytime soon. I'll go over the ones that I think will. But some of these are blue leaning naturally, and some of these states are just oddly closer. So, states that are just impressionable and closer than they were in 2016 and not that far off from 15 points from when they went to Trump are Montana, Utah. Oh, Alabama's safe. Yeah, Montana, Utah, Tennessee, Indiana. These are all Republican states, but you could maybe expect Montana in like 3 elections to go blue. Same with any of these states. It's really anyone's call on when they could go blue. Not anytime soon, though. Alaska and South Carolina uh, could be as lean for some people. I think, even though they're polling at lean, I think they will be more for Trump. I think they'll both go to Trump by around 10 points. Alaska and South Carolina both went to Trump by 14, so it was likely anyway, not even safe. So you could expect those states to just narrow up a few more percentage points than they were in 2016. South Carolina, you could maybe argue would be an 8 point, or same with Alaska, could be a lean actually, but I do not think they will be. That's moving way too fast, I think. Mississippi and Louisiana have a high black population, and with increased black voter turnout, you could definitely see these states narrowing up. Trump only won these states by like 20 points each. If they narrow up 5 more, then That's literally all they need to be this color. Missouri and Kansas are just blue trending states. You could maybe in a few elections expect them to go close. Missouri has a semi-close governor race, and Kansas has a very close, basically toss-up Senate race going on right now. Missouri actually had Biden winning in a poll there. So, yeah. These states, Iowa, Ohio, Georgia, and Texas. I actually have Georgia and Texas now as tilt. Because for the past few polls, Biden's been leading in both of these states. I don't think they will go to him anyway. I just see them going to Trump by a very small margin, despite how much Trump won these states by in 2016, which is like 5 to 8 points each. Iowa and Ohio both went to Trump by 8 or 9 points each, and you can expect them narrowing up just because Trump's messing up a lot. He's doing better though. He's doing a lot better than what he was doing. So you could definitely expect these states to narrow up anyway, but they're not blue trending. They'll go. I'm sure they'll go red in the next like 5 elections every single time. If they went to Trump by like 8 points, that's a huge amount for a state that went blue the previous election. North Carolina, I see toss up. I know people don't like it when I do that. If I had to pick now, I'd say blue, I guess. But I'm not sure. It's really tight here. It's a tilt margin either way, so it's going to be really close. And North Carolina, I believe, started voting today, so we can see if early voting has a big effect on their presidential election voting. Virginia, Colorado, New Mexico, and Maine at large, and New Hampshire, both will go to Biden. I'm 100% sure by a likely margin. They all went to Hillary by a lean margin, except for New Hampshire, which is 1.5 point. No, 0.03. No, 0.3 points for Hillary. But I do think it'll go to Biden like 6 or 7 points. Colorado, I expect to go to Biden by like 7 to 8. New Mexico, I expect to go to Biden by 10 because it went to Hillary by 8. I know it's a. I base it off of last percentage points, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean they can't rapidly change." It's the same thing with Texas. Like Texas, you can tell by how much of a color they voted that how Republican they are. So in 2016, Texas was likely. In 2012 and 2008, and like a ton of elections before that, it was a solid red state. Now it's a tilt state. It skipped the likely margin and went down to tilt. Hillary did 3% better in the polls than expected in Texas in 2016, and you can definitely expect. Actually, you can't really expect anything in Texas or Georgia. Anything I put as tilt is toss up. So I guess right now I would have North Carolina going blue. So I just fill anything in. Just think of it as a toss up. But technically, this is probably the way it's going to go as of now. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. I'm keeping as lean for all of them. So anywhere from 3 to 6 points each. That's the polls, the trending demographics, all showing this. So I'm not going to put too much thought into the Rust Belt because Biden will probably win these areas anyway. Florida, I'm keeping as a tilt for the Democrats because Biden's still winning here by like 3-something points, even though Trump was leading in a poll here today. It was a Trafalgar Group poll, which is a highly Republican poll, and it still was a really close race in it. But either way, you could still expect it to go. No, but I read something that had like Biden minus 19 among Hispanic voters here from the last poll. I follow a Twitter called Political Polls, so it's just anytime a new poll comes out. So yeah, Arizona and Nevada, I will put like this. I'm sure you know the colors by now. Arizona tilt, Nevada lean. There's finally a new poll in Nevada that showed, finally a new poll in Nevada that showed Biden, or not showed Biden winning, but like just they haven't polled Nevada in like 4 months, and it's been a long time, and they didn't poll it for like 2 months before that. So Nevada's not even getting polled at all, basically. I'm surprised it even got polled when it did. So yeah, it's consistently showing a lean margin for Biden. Expect Biden to win Nebraska's 2nd district by a lean margin, and Trump to win Maine's 2nd district by a lean margin. I don't feel like going into the detail because I'm running out of time here. So I just wanted to say this is my presidential electoral college prediction for 2020. Thank you guys for watching so much. Goodbye.